Fox Sports NFL analyst Eric Dickerson. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
All right, how much do you think Andy Reid was to blame for calling a QB sneak on that play for Pat's injury?
That sounds ridiculous. Look, he has no blame. This is football. This is not pity pat. You know, you're going to get hit. A quarterback sneak is a very low impact play. I think, Skip, you would know this. The quarterback that's, to me, does the most quarterback sneaks in the National Football League is Tom Brady. I feel like I thought it was a good call. You know, if you want to blame someone, there's no one to blame. You blame the offensive line. It's 2nd and 1. You can't get a yard. It's 3rd and 1. You can't get a yard. So what's the low impact play to run? Let's run a quarterback sneak. I mean, he's a good athlete. And people say, well, you know, he had a bad ankle. But it wasn't his ankle, it was his knee that wound up hurt. You know, that's football. That's what happens. When I think of Patrick Mahomes, I think of people saying, you know, that he made Andy Reid and Andy Reid this. Andy Reid made Patrick Mahomes, really, because he moved up to get Patrick. He saw something in Patrick Mahomes that very few people saw.
Very few.
Very few people saw it. Because he was all over the board. But he saw that. The Saints saw it. They wanted to get him.
Yeah.
But most definitely, you know, this is not Andy Reid. I see what Shannon looking at. I can tell he's like a dog. I just can't wait. I can't wait. You know, but this is not his fault. I mean, that's football, dog. They hit.
Let me tell you why I disagree with you.
Okay.
I agree with you when you step on the field, there's risk, but there's also something called unnecessary risk. You know he's been nursing that injury. He started out in week 1, he got hurt in Jacksonville. And then I think it was week 3 when they played the Colts. So week 4. Week 4, he got it stepped on again, and he ended up leaving the game. So you know that. You put him in harm's way. And I know you're talking about Tom Brady. If Tom Brady has a calf injury and you quarterback sneak him, just because he did it, you still took an unnecessary risk. Just because it worked out doesn't mean it was a smart decision. I can run across the road 15 times, not get hit. That don't mean it's a smart decision. I'm taking unnecessary risk. I'm going to die one day, but I took an unnecessary risk. Pat Mahomes playing the quarterback position, yeah, he dropped back the pass. They could have easily hit him and took. But that's the risk of playing the position. Hand it to him again. Let Shady McCoy, if the offensive line can't get 2nd and 1, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, so be it. But I'm not putting my homeboy in that situation, Skip. I just can't. Because everything that you hope to accomplish is riding on 15's ankle. And now you got him on the shelf. Now you're gonna look back. Now, mark my words, they got 10 days. They got the Packers, they got the Vikings, at Titans, at the Chargers.
It's at Mexico.
Okay, Mexico.
Monday night.
So we're going to see.
Yep.
He's going to wish he had this one back because he could have got out of this game, Skip. I believe he could have got out of this game with no injury, had 10 days off, and given that ankle a little more time to heal and probably not even have this. But I'm a firm believer. If he gets hurt, Skip, doing his, and I know the quarterback sneak is a normal play, but that's a risk you didn't have to take. Skip, I'll tell you a story. I think it was my 2nd year. I partially separated my left shoulder, and I still played. But Dan says, I'm not gonna make you wham block. I'm gonna line you up on the left side and make you can use that right shoulder.
Dan Reeves,
the head coach, yeah. So I used my right shoulder, but I didn't do any wham blocking. Because don't take any unnecessary risk in a situation like that. Yes, I had to block. But if I can avoid a situation like that, avoid it.
So, Mr. Dickerson.
Yes.
Mr. Sharp and I opened this show by locking horns on this topic. And fortunately for me, you were on my side on this topic. But I will restate my case that I actually have been covering this game longer than you guys have played it, because I started way back when I was with the Miami Herald right out of school, out of Vanderbilt, covering, believe it or not, Don Shula's Miami Dolphins. They were pretty good in those days. And then I went to L.A. with Chuck Knox's Rams, and then I went to Dallas with Tom Landry and Jimmy Johnson's. Yeah, Ground Chuck here, but Tom Landry, Jimmy Johnson's Cowboys. And then I wound up in the Bay Area where Bill Walsh, I got to know very well, was the sort of impresario overseer
Special
of the San Francisco 49ers. So I've been around a lot of good football people, and I've watched way too much football for one lifetime, says my wife, Ernestine. But that being said, I cannot remember one time I've ever seen a quarterback hurt on a quarterback sneak. Not one time. Maybe you guys remember one, but I don't. So I looked it up this morning, and Tom Savage, knock on wood for Tom Savage, wherever he is, because he's not in football anymore, but he did get hurt one time in one of his few starts for the Houston Texans because as he started to sneak, the hole opened completely up, and he seemed kind of shocked, and he just kept running forward, and he went helmet to helmet with a launch-charging linebacker, and he got concussed. They weren't even sure. He continued to play for a while, but he was concussed. Okay, so could that happen? Sure, that could happen. But back to your point, which was my point to open this show, the greatest quarterback sneaker of all time, and it's not even close, is Tom Brady. He has run the quarterback sneak more than 200 times in his career, and it's his pet play. He loves his play. They scout it, they study it, and they know going in with the game plan, we can go here against this guy, here against this guy. Do you go left or you go right? And Brady has perfected the art of ducking and pushing off as hard as he can and burrowing under the pile because you only usually need a half yard or 1 yard. And we just saw Tom Brady at age 42 on the Thursday night stage 1 week ago against the New York Giants. He ran the quarterback sneak 5 times in that game, and he scored twice. If we could see those again, because he just burrows under the pile. And this is the quarterback who most wants to protect himself in the whole league because he's an old-ass man. That's what you said, right? That's what you called him. So this is the guy who says, this is the least risky play I can run. I love this play. I'd run it 10 times a game because there's little to no risk of getting hurt. And he did have, reportedly, a calf injury all through September that lingered into October, and it forced them to go get Cody Kessler because Tom couldn't practice. So they needed, so to speak, camp arm just to run the scout team because Jared Stidham was taking most of the first team snaps, and they just needed an arm. So, again, he was still running quarterback sneaks because he didn't think that was risky to his calf. This is the most freakish injury, or one of the most, I've ever seen. Right. Because I don't even understand how your left ankle is hurt and you say overcompensation, but it's not like you're running full speed down the field. You're kind of ducking underneath and bodies are flying, and Derek Wolfe kind of comes from the side and comes across you as you twist into the pile. Right. And it's a rugby scrum, but how your knee pops out, I can't even begin to fathom. It's like the weirdest, freakiest injury you could imagine.
But let me ask you a question, Skip. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, Tom Brady has that calf, and Coach Belichick runs a bootleg, and he pulls his hamstring.
Okay, but he doesn't run boot. I'm just saying. Last bootleg.
But that's a play, right?
But he wouldn't.
He wouldn't do that.
He just wouldn't do it.
But I'm saying, Coach Belichick wouldn't put him in harm's way. But if Tom Brady goes back to pass and he hurts some muscle, that's the risk that you take in a normal play. But I believe, and I could be wrong, but I don't think I am in this case. You were wrong. You were wrong. I just believe he opened him up to unnecessary risk.
Okay, I got it. So why does Tom Brady love the sneak? Why does he think it's safe on him physically and safe as a play? Because you can attest to this. Short yardage goal line plays, quick hitters, even though you ran from a deep I formation, you got to hit it quick if you're gonna get the yard, especially if you're gonna go over the top.
Well, you got to get 8 because you're already 7 yards deep.
I kept saying a quarterback sneak is low impact. I mean, it's like you said, it's pushing. You know, it's almost like falling forward, and you got the guys in front, and you just fall. Like you said, to me, that's just a freak accident.
Okay, so how many times in your exchanges? Because one of the toughest exchanges in pro football, college has different, like option pitch, but that quick hitter at the goal line, where and can you not lose the handle on that play?
Oh, right quick, because the quarterback, they don't want you 7 yards. They want you a little bit closer.
Sure.
So he turn around right quick and get it to you.
And you don't quite get the handle.
You see more of those fumbles happen, Skip, with the fullback. They line up in the eye, and they turn around and hand it to the fullback, and the fullback fumble the ball. I'm like, why'd you give it to a ball? The guy that's not used to handling the ball.
Obviously, it would be, quote unquote, safer for Tom just to turn the hand to Sony Michel or Brandon Bolden, let them crash in there. But Tom's saying, no, the safest play strategically is for me just to take the ball from under center and just duck underneath,
go
right?
forward. And I thought this was a safe play. This was just a freak accident.
Peyton Manning. What didn't you see Peyton Manning run the last 4 years of his career?
I don't know.
The quarterback sneak. Why? Because of the neck injury. You say it's a low impact play. You know why? Because you don't put him in for unnecessary risk. He's playing quarterback. He can get hit in the back.
Okay.
He can get hit at any point in time.
Okay.
There's risk on the football field. But what don't you do? You don't subject him to unnecessary risk.
Because it nearly ended his
But I seem
career.
to say he had a career-ending injury, almost a neck injury.
Let me ask you a question. So if he gets hit in the back, that couldn't almost end his career?
What you mean?
If he drops back to pass and somebody hits him in the back, that can't almost end his career?
Yes, dropping back is different going forward. I'm on the line of scrimmage. I'm going forward.
But you say it's low impact.
It is low impact.
Okay, so what's the problem?
But if you already have a injury like a neck injury,
injury.
I still say the same thing.
Mercy, no mercy, no mercy. Let's go face to face. I embrace debate. I don't make mistakes. I just make my case. Drop mic when I'm done. What more can I say? Not bite to my tongue. I don't like the taste. I'm on and I'm on and I own my opponent. I'm always in the zone, either zoned out of zone, and then we could get it poppin'. Pick the topic if you watchin'. Skipping Shannon, skip that hoppin'. Took these sports and made them pop it. All right, undisputed.
TGIF, everybody. Welcome to Undisputed Live from Los Angeles. I'm Jen.